Now you got yourself a new set of cans, the Steelseries Arctis 7P, but you can't seem to figure out why the audio is so bad. Well, I'm here to tell you why and how to fix it. What's going on, guys? It's Picsoleated, and today we are taking a deeper dive into this headset right here. Now, if you didn't know, I've already posted a pretty in-depth review on these, the Steelseries Arctis 7P, and how they perform alongside the PlayStation 5. They were marketed as specifically designed for the PlayStation. So I wanted to make sure that that was truly the case, and they were really optimized for it. If you want to understand how these work, or whether that truly is the case, definitely check that video. I'll link it up right up in the top right corner, I believe. And quite a few of you actually asked me what EQ setting is best used with this headset to get the ultimate gaming experience on your PS5. What I didn't cover in the review was that SteelSeries actually offers a free software that allows you to adjust the EQ settings of this and their other headsets and fine-tune them so you can get the best performance and audio profile to maximize your experience. Now, before we get started, feel free to like the video at any point if you happen to enjoy it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos. It helps the channel out a lot, and make sure to hit that noti bell so you can join Noti Gang and so you don't miss out on future videos. I've also started streaming on Twitch, so if that's something you're into, link is in the description. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. A lot of PlayStation 5 stuff recently, might change later down the line. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'll take you through the setup really quick. It's really simple. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on the SteelSeries website. All you really have to do, type in SteelSeries right here, SteelSeries.com. Go to software, go to engine. The software is called engine. Just go to engine. Depending on your platform, pick whatever you are. If you're Windows, or if you're Mac. I'm Windows, so I go to Windows, and it just starts downloading right away. After this, you just click it and start installing it. I've already installed it, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do that, but you can go ahead and do that. Very simple. Now, once you've done that, you'll find something called SteelSeries Engine 3, and this is what it looks like. Now, you're going to get to this point, and for you, it's not going to say Arctis 7P, obviously. It's going to ask you to connect via these three methods right here: USB, Bluetooth, or audio jack. The Arctis 7P doesn't have Bluetooth, so don't even try that. Don't make the rookie mistake I did, and don't try connecting the micro USB cable, that is the charging cable, directly to the computer. It doesn't work for whatever reason. I thought it would. I feel like it should, but it doesn't. It asks you to connect via audio jack. Don't do that either. It doesn't work. At least not for the Arctis 7P. It might work for other headsets. So the only way you can connect the Arctis 7P where the software recognizes it is with the USB-C dongle. So all I do is plug in my USB dongle to my computer. Make sure the headset is on as well. So I have the headset turned on already. You can tell by the blinking power button. Now it will give it a moment and it will connect. There it is. So here it actually showed me the battery life for 2 seconds. I just realized it never showed me that before. Oh yeah, it's right there. So you can actually see the battery life of the Arctis 7P if you connect it to your PC. But when you're playing on PS5, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to show you. Either way, you have it, open it up, click on it, and this is what shows up. So here is your equalizer, and this is where you're going to do all your EQ settings. Now, I wouldn't mess around with dynamic range compression at all. I feel like that is just going to make it more difficult to hear things around you. It's going to reduce the effect of the surround sound and the 3D audio, so I would recommend you leave that alone. Don't touch that at all. Leave it on off. Initially, once you start out, your EQ is going to be set at custom, which is basically a flat, the same as flat. Nothing has changed. This is what you've been listening to all along. Of course, I've been playing this way before I downloaded this software, and it's been fine for me, but at the same time, this has really helped me out. So the two best EQ settings I've determined for the PS5 are immersion and performance. Now, both of these have different purposes, and they both work for different kinds of games. I've realized performance works better for FPS games where you want to hear your enemies at range. You want to be able to hear their footsteps and where they're coming from. For whatever reason, performance does a good job at that. But when it comes to action-adventure games like Demon's Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Godfall, all these other games that are action-adventure platformers where you don't necessarily need to know exactly where the enemy is, you're kind of in a 3D view, third-person point of view, immersion actually works really well. And it makes the sound a little more bassy. The low end is there. It feels more of like a surround sound experience, like you're in a movie, for example. And that is why immersion is better for those kind of games. But when it comes to first-person shooters, for whatever reason, in immersion, you can't really hear the footsteps at range. You can hear them when they get close enough, but you can't hear them at range, and that's a real hindrance for me. A lot of the times, enemies creeped up behind me, and I didn't hear them until the last second, and they got the jump on me. Of course, we don't know if Black Ops Cold War is optimized for 3D audio. We know Warzone is for sure not not optimized for 3D audio, and these are the only games I can really test out right now. This might change down the line, but for now, immersion sounds amazing with Demon Souls. I've played it with Demon Souls, I've tried it with all the other games as well. It sounds great. With Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and with Warzone, I've been able to get good sound out of the performance mode, and feel free to fine tune these the way you think would be better for you. For example, I've heard a lot of people use the immersion EQ settings and they would bring the lower ends up, and that would help them out with a little bit of the audio for the footsteps. But for the most part, you should be okay with those two EQ settings, and if you do some fine tune adjustments and you don't like them, you can always go back and just pick the same EQ setting again, and you'll be good to go. Once you have your EQ settings designed the way you want to, just click save. It has automatically been applied to your headset. Now you can just literally disconnect from the computer, plug it back into your PS5, and you're good to go. So there you have it. Those are the two best EQ settings and what their purposes are. I would recommend trying the immersion setting and fine-tuning the knobs until it's good enough for both Demon Souls and other first-person shooters. That way you have a little bit of the best of both worlds. Of course, if it doesn't work out, like I said before, you can always just go back and pick the same default settings and you'll be good to go. That's it for me. Are you enjoying your experience with the Arctis 7P on the PS5, or have you decided to go with another set of cans? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Pixelated is in the Arctic.